Hey, good evening, everyone. How are you doing? Nico, hello, and Delirious. I almost called you Wraith again. I will get the hang of that. I will start calling you Delirious. How are you both doing? Nico, thank you for the lurk. I'm assuming you are playing some Fortnite. Tiggs is here as well. Hello. Have you guys seen Morbius yet? Because I know you said, Delirious, you said that you'd heard that it wasn't great, but you hadn't seen it yourself. Doing well. Excellent. You haven't seen it yet. I would say go and see it if you're interested. I can see why people, said it wasn't fantastic, but I still think it's still a fairly good film, so I'd go and see it. So yeah, don't let the reviews put you off it. Go and see it anyway if you're interested. But yeah, it's not the greatest film you'll ever see, to be sure. What have you both been up to today? Have you had uni work? I've actually started making progress with my dissertation. Finally. Finally. It's been tough, but I'm getting there, which is nice. It's just stressful, actually writing stuff. It's fine. Oh, anyway, stream time. So, controlling Scooby Doo through Twitch chat doesn't really work. So instead, I'm going to play the game, and every 2 minutes, you guys are going to get a chance. Every 2 minutes, you guys are going to get 1 minute to disrupt my movements, essentially. And we'll see how that goes. Try to convince Tiggs to do stuff. Booked a holiday in procrastination of work. It's really going well, isn't it? Really, really going well. Where have you booked a holiday to? That sounds great, though. I'd love to go on holiday at some point. Sometime soon. I haven't been on holiday, well, since before the first lockdown, must be. 10B. Oh, are you both going? Ooh, maybe. I'm assuming, are you both going? I don't actually know where 10B is. Is that somewhere in the UK? Sounds like it, doesn't it? It sounds like a UK town name. Oh, it's in Wales. Ooh. Oh, hang on. Is one of my... Wait, where is that? That is... Oh, that's South Wales. Cool. Awesome. Hey, Waluigi. How you doing, dude? Nice to see you. Hope work is going well and you've had a good day. Just us, as far as I am aware. Well, I mean, you'd hope so if you've just booked it for the two of you. Some random guy just shows up in your suitcase, like, just coming along for the ride. Don't mind me. It's a beach town in Wales. I do like Wales. It's very nice there. I hope the weather holds up for you. When are you going? Are you going in the summer? It's really pretty. Have you been before then? Her friends may turn up, just like out of the blue. Hi! We're here to join you. Why not? Look who is here. Look who is here. Happy, how are you doing, dude? How are you doing? I feel like every time I see you, I pretty much ask you about how uni's going. How is just normal life going? Are you still playing TF2, by the way? Or you don't have time for that? As far as you're aware. Oh, in June. Oh, that'll be lovely. I bet you can't wait for that. I know I may be going on holiday with my parents to the Norfolk Broads around that time. Which, well, not sort of like summertime, which I'm really looking forward to. We've been before, but it's such a lovely holiday. It's always a really nice, just chilling out on a boat, playing cards, relaxing, eating nice food. It's all good. There is a chance of that, sadly. Why would your friends just randomly turn up? Do they know about your holiday, or are they just gonna happen to be there? It seems that seems weird for them to just turn up on your holiday for you two. You know, you want a nice, relaxing time for the both of you, and you want a bit of personal time. No time for gaming, a lot of parties. Of course, of course. Chilling near the Neckar River and lots of learning. I'm glad it's going well, dude. I'm glad you're having a good time. I also have not played TF2 in a long time. But I haven't been doing much partying, so still a little bit of time for gaming, thankfully. Yes, partying just doesn't happen now. It could do, but I'm not bothered about it anymore. I used to really enjoy it. Now I much prefer just a chill evening with friends, you know, playing cards or going to the pub, doing the quiz. In fact, next week, because it's my birthday next Wednesday, so I'm hoping to go out for a meal with some friends and Charlotte, and do a quiz. Hopefully, should be a nice time. They're very intrusive friends. They would pre-tell me, but I will say yes because I'm bad at saying no to people. Say no. If you don't want them to come, say no. Can't play TF2 because I don't have a PC anymore. You don't have a PC anymore? How come? I only have a Mac which doesn't run 32-bit games. Interesting. Is it just like easier for your work, I suppose, and then you don't have to lug around a PC? I do understand that. You know, a laptop is obviously a lot more portable, and it's just kind of simpler, isn't it, than a PC? Gotta go get food. Be right back. No worries, Tiggs. Saying no is hard, though. I agree. So saying no is very difficult. You know what? That reminds me of so I'm sure some of you will have heard of. Hey, Sphinx Love Dove. Hello. How are you doing, Sphinx Love Dove? Wav Twitch. So I didn't say your full name. I always forget the Wav on the end. How are you doing? Nice to see you. Doing good. Excellent. I'm assuming you have seen the video that I literally just posted of Sphinx. Just call me Love Dove like on Discord. Okay, I will do. Thank you. I'm not very good with long names. I can never remember them, and I always try and say the whole thing, and it just becomes a mouthful. You posted it to the server too, did you? What, the Sphinx community one? Oh, that's awesome. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I was very proud of that video. It took me... It's always a learning process when you're making YouTube videos, but that one, I focused a lot more on the sort of like background music, sound design, and it seemed to flow a lot nicer, and did some commentary over the top of it. I was very proud of that. And I literally made the thumbnail for it an hour ago. Just decided to post it. But yeah, thank you very much. Very good, super interesting. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, I am hoping to do some more Sphinx stuff at some point when I'm less busy. But for now, it's just going to be whenever I get the time and I'm not too tired. That's amazing. Yeah, it's very nice to see, you know, the progression of videos and in thumbnails as well. Like, I feel like my thumbnail creation skills are getting better. Yes, hopefully when I'm done with uni, finish my dissertation, I should have a little bit more time for actually making videos, and also for making speedrun like guides, because Speedrun Academy on Otley, hello, honk, 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 honk. How are you doing? Thank you for 14 months of subscriptions. That's crazy. How are you doing today? What will be played today? We're going to be continuing with Scooby Doo, except, well, last time we tried to do it where Twitch chat controlled the game. This time, that was virtually kind of impossible. This time, we're going to do it so that... So I'm going to mute the audio for a moment. This time I'm going to do it so every 2 minutes you guys get a chance to essentially mess with my movements and try and disrupt me. That may work a little better. I've been sidetracked twice now. I'm completely lost. We're talking about YouTube videos. I was talking about, yes, speedrun Sphinx stuff. So there's this thing called Speedrun Academy, which is kind of started up, and there's a Sphinx page on it. So it's basically like learning how to speedrun games. So I would like to write some guides on the Sphinx speedrun at some point when I've got some time again. So I've got that to do. Red's here as well. Red, thank you for 14 months subscriptions. That's crazy. How are you doing? Your video content is really good and high quality. Honestly, that really means a lot to me. I'm glad you think so. I do try and put a lot of effort in, but obviously it is a learning curve. Right, let me just boot up the game. So one thing at a time because I'm just getting overwhelmed. I think we did quite well actually. Thanks. Oh, on Scooby Doo, yeah. Well, I think you did very well, but that doesn't change the fact that it's virtually impossible to do it just through Twitch chat. That doesn't change the fact. Okay, sound back on. Perfect. Let me just chill for a moment. Catch up on chat. Awesome. Anyway, Motley, Red, how are you both doing? I hope you're doing well. Honestly, it was fun seeing a different kind of speedrun Sphinx. I felt the same way because every time I do a speedrun for Sphinx now, just a normal any percent run, it's just the same thing over again, and it gets too competitive. It's not like creative in any way. You just run the route. You don't kind of have to think about it. Whereas Bingo, with some different objectives and you know, you've got to think about like what order you're gonna do them in, how fast to do them, and it's randomized as well, so it's different every time. So I feel like it's a lot more fun. And also, Daniel and I were thinking about doing a race of it at some point, which I think will be very fun. A lot more competitive. Still COVID. Still COVID negative. So doing good. I'm sure. Yeah. Okay. I'm glad to hear that. I was talking to our parents, and they sound like they're slightly getting better. I'm surprised that you still haven't caught it. I'm really hoping you don't end up catching it. That would be bad, but we can hope. And with all the precautions you're taking, I think you should be fine. We've just gotta wait and see what happens, really. But yeah, I really hope you don't catch it. That would be cool. I think it would. I think it would be really cool. So I'll have to try and organize that at some point. And maybe think of some more objectives as well. Because, I mean, there's only so much you can do. Coughed, because that's the main symptom. Oh, I thought that was just a typo. That's my bad. All my fingers and toes are crossed. That's very impressive. Trying to get all the luck. Sorry if there's a delay in my responses. I am Australian. No, it's all good. There's virtually no delay. So, also, I take ages to read the chat, so you're all good. Right. So, I think we can just pretty much start. I'll explain it again for anyone who's literally just come in. So every 2 minutes, you guys are going to get 1 minute to mess with my movements just by typing in. So if I start it, same old up, down, left, right, jump, use, charge, just chuck those in chat and it'll actually, you know what I've forgotten to do? I forget to do it every time. Is I need to actually start the script running. Okay, there we go. So it's just to test, Motley, if you would put a command in chat. Do you live with spiders? Yes. In Australia, I would imagine you do. Have you seen like a massive spider in your house? I would assume the answer is yes, but you never know. Okay, this is going to be it's fine. So yeah, while it says chatting is in control, you guys can mess with my movements. That's pretty much the whole premise. Oh, mate, I couldn't. Currently got a little baby huntsman friend. When you say little, I feel like little is very subjective. I feel like little here is, in fact, little here is probably about that size. I think little in Australia, what, like that? Face size? They're one of the most common spiders here. Aren't huntsman spiders the biggest type of spider? Or am I wrong on that? I might be wrong on that. They're like puppies. Oh my god. They start chasing after you and barking. Imagine. Yeah, I'm not the greatest fan of spiders. Like, I don't mind them. Also, yes, Motley has I'm going to say over 40 tarantulas in his bedroom. Which is fun. Hang on. Wait, I'm just confused why. Oh, you know what it is? I forgot to change this back afterwards. So the timer wasn't actually running. There we go. Okay, so it should actually shut off after a minute now. Damn spiders. Damn those spiders. Oh, this is not good. They're not the biggest, but they're the biggest you'll usually find in your house. What's the biggest spider? What's the biggest type of spider you'll find in Australia? Because I'm pretty sure there's the. Oh wait, no, that's not an Australian spider. Yeah, I don't know. I did think the huntsman was the biggest. Tarantulas are generally the biggest, but huntsmen have a larger leg span. Right. Oh, okay. So tarantulas have like a thicker body, essentially. Yes, Motley keeps 41 tarantulas in his room, and the collection is ever growing. It's quite impressive, to be honest. I don't think I could do that. Like, I'm fine with tarantulas. I'm fine going in his room and having a look at them. But personally, I probably wouldn't have, like, maybe one. I think maybe one in my room I'd be all right with. Oh, we're back here. Okay. Yeah, maybe one I'd be all right with, but 41, maybe a little too much for me personally. Just a little bit. I'm curious. I've seen these types of speedruns gameplays on YouTube with Twitch chat controlling stuff, but I'm not sure how it works. So essentially, I have a program called StreamerBot, which I use for like all my stream commands and everything. So I've set up a system where it tracks what's being said in chat, and if any of the words come up, it presses a certain key on the keyboard. But I've also used a program called Auto Hotkey, which holds down the button for longer. I probably don't need to go into that much detail, but essentially, words said in chat means a button is pressed on the keyboard. That's essentially how it works. It's a huntsman species, but I can't remember which. What, for the largest leg span? whistling spiders are the largest here. I've never heard of whistling spiders before. That's a new one for me. Queensland whistling tarantula. I don't know how we survive. Well, maybe not. Okay. Auto hockey, what a nice program. I'd never used it before, but I've heard of it and I thought, that sounds perfect for what I need. And it's actually very easy to use. I quite like it. In future, when you have time, I think it would be fun to see you do a Sphinx run like that. I did consider doing it for Sphinx, but I thought the camera controls would make it a lot more difficult than it needed to be. Oh, no. I forgot you guys are in control. Want to see how cruel they can be. Oh, what doing where chat can change my movements? That would be infuriating, I bet. But it would definitely be a good idea. Yeah, that sounds painful, but I'd definitely give that a go. Oh, this is not a good space for you guys to be in control. They're like a tarantula. Interesting. I'll have to look that up because I've never heard of a whistling spider before. That's the fun of it, though. Thanks, Motley. Being purposefully screwed over. It is. That's exactly right. You know, it's got to be fun. I had my fun with trying to get the top time in Sphinx, and now I just want to play games and do weird stuff in them and have fun. And I think stuff like this, where it's just crazy, is the best sort. But I've had some other ideas as well. I would like to do. I think after we've finished Scooby Doo, we're going to do Skyrim and have a load of mods on there with chat interaction and whatnot. Oh my god, Motley, please. So yeah, we'll do that. We'll do Skyrim after Scooby Doo, and then I think after that, I'd like to do some Harry Potter. Go back and play Harry Potter. But you guys control the spells. So I'll do all the moving, but you guys have to actually use the spells. I think that could be quite fun. We'll give that a try. I also need to think of other different ways we can play games. Oh, it's like my controller is broken. No, please, please. Oh, also, yeah, speaking of my birthday next Wednesday, I have got a birthday stream planned, not for the Wednesday, but for the Saturday, the 23rd of April. So I was thinking stream probably about 7-8 hours long, starting about 2 in the afternoon. Got a lot of fun things planned, a lot of, chat interaction, got some Jackbox in the evening, stuff like that. Few, punishments and challenges, and it'll be a lot of fun, I'm sure. So I'm still in the midst of planning that, but I will let you all know and put out like a announcement when I've got it a little more down. So that'll be Saturday, the 23rd of April. Just hang on, sorry, you guys have been in control for, I swear, quite some time. That is because that is not right, and oh my god. Stop with the commands. It's still pressing keys on my computer. Oh my god. No! Stop it! Okay, quick. Okay, we good. I fixed it. I've missed some stuff. We're fine. Early happy birthday. Thank you very much. Hopefully I can catch the stream. It would be lovely to have you there.
Don't notice we want the power.
I was a little confused why my movements were still being messed with after about 5 minutes. Oh, Tiggs, glad to see you keeping your cracking clean. I'm sorry I had to. Exactly, it's all about the fun. Everyone in chat bullies me, so I'm used to it and it's fun. We're all good. Oh, this is a horrible section for you guys to be in control. No. Oh, it's fine. I want those Scooby snacks though. Made a pancake. Oh yes, I was talking about the National Student Survey. Has anyone heard of the National Student Survey? I'm assuming Tiggs and Delirious will have. But I think it's just like probably a UK thing for university. And essentially it's just they want people to answer it about like their time at uni. It's just like some, mostly agree, absolutely agree, disagree, those sorts of questions about your time at uni. And I've been putting it off because it's not compulsory, and I'm just like, yeah, do you actually act on the feedback, or they kind of just take it for the stats, for the uni statistics. So I've been putting it off, and I got like some texts about it. They're really pushy about it, and they're so pushy about it. I got a call last night, and I picked it up. I thought it might have been a response to a job or something. No. Hello, I'm here from the National Student Survey. Would you be available to answer some questions quickly? It'll only take a minute, and I'm there like, oh, I should have just answered it online. The only thing that's worse than answering a questionnaire is answering a questionnaire over the phone. And it wasn't a minute. It was more like 5 to 10 minutes. I just immediately regretted my decision. And talking about saying no to things, I should have just said, no, I'm not interested, but thank you. But no, I was just like, yeah, sure, I have time. Of course I do. Thank you for contacting me. And inside I was going, why am I doing this? I really don't want to. You would have hung up. I should have just hung up. Yeah. Pushy is an understatement. It really is. They really like their statistics because it's how they get their money. It's how they get their money when the surveys are like, oh, this uni is in the top 10 or something, and then they get a load of incomes. Because I mean, I did it as well. I looked at all the uni rankings before I decided which uni to come to. Student satisfaction rates. Because when you're actually looking at going to uni, you don't really know what it is. You're just like, okay, these are statistics. I'm just gonna read them as they are. But when you've finished uni and you have to do the survey, you're like, these surveys aren't actually that accurate. But I suppose they have some meaning behind them, but not enough that you're like, this is clearly the best uni if it's got the best statistics. So yeah, I wasn't too bothered about answering it. They were just very pushy. Can we not go through here yet? I thought we could. No, we should be able to. We should be able to get through here. I picked my uni from distance from my house. I feel like that's definitely an important factor, because I suppose it depends how well you get on with your parents as well. Because you'd want, personally, I wanted a uni that was far enough away that I didn't feel like I was at home, but also close enough that if I needed to get home, it wasn't a huge hassle. And I kind of picked the a perfect uni for that. Oh, I missed a snack. Fine. We don't need it. It's all good. It's not like we're going for a 100% run. How do we get up there? Oh, like that. Do you ever regret your decision, Tiggs? You ever wish you'd gone for a different uni? Because I've got to say, like, my uni that I'm still at. I don't regret coming here at all. I think it was a great choice, thankfully. I would have messed about and said I only answer questions with a yes or no answer. You're one of those people, I see. Yes, you're one of those people where they get messed about on the phone and you just have fun with it. You're a very fun person, and I wish I'd have done the same. Although it depends, if it's like a serious phone call, I wouldn't do that. Then it's just frustrating. Have you done 100% Scooby Run? I have, yes. It's essentially just collecting all the snacks and maybe all the monster tokens as well. She wishes she went to mine. I thought you went to the same uni for some reason. I like your uni, but it's far. How are you far from? Is your uni far from home, Delirious? Yeah, for some reason I thought you both went to the same uni. Well, I think that's because Delirious said that you live nearby, something like that. Oh, this is where we get the Smash power up. Don't you just love the sound of eating Scooby snacks? It's so satisfying. Yours is about an hour drive from home. Okay, so that's actually a really good distance then. That's probably the perfect distance. Have we? Oh, hang on. It's right. Scooby's invincible from falling from a great height. Yeah, I forget we've got to send that up. Oh, we don't. I thought you did live near each other. Must have got that wrong. You live about 2 or 3 hours from each other. Not like opposite ends of the country, but a decent distance. Wow, that must be a pain. I can see why you're going on holiday together. Because when Charlotte and I were seeing each other, well, actually, that was a little different because it was during lockdown, so that was it made it a lot more difficult. Um, but from uni, she lived, really, really close to where I went to uni, and it was still like, oh, it's so far. Although I suppose it didn't help that I don't have a car. So I've got to either walk or get public transport everywhere, which I don't mind. Like I will happily go for an hour. Well, I say happily, I will go for an hour walk somewhere and be like, I can do that. There's no need to take transport unless there's a time limit on getting there. So I'm gonna actually, while chat's in control, I'll keep going. I'm gonna need to take my jumper off at some point because it's so warm in here. It's actually been a really nice day today. It's been quite sunny, quite nice and sunny and warm for once. Ooh. Oh, please, please, just let me go down. No, I didn't realize the bridge had gone. Yeah, that's right. Just walk me off. That was my own fault. Okay, I'm gonna take my jumper off for a moment. I'm gonna change my top because I have huge sweat patches, which really isn't nice. So I'll be right back. I'll be like a minute. Sorry about that. I just like looked at my armpits. I was like, that's way too visible. Gonna need to change that one. Neither of us have cars or can drive. Coaches are mode of transport. Oh, I hate coaches. That's not fun. It's always the worst when it's like a replacement bus service when you're trying to get the train. That's the worst. Like trains are fine. I don't mind trains, but buses, yeah, replacement bus services are just I'd hate them because you could have been getting the train instead, which makes it so much worse. That's why I always wear black. That's not just a goth chick. I think black's a great color to wear, but it is nice to change it up a bit. Oh, please. No. Oh. Sophie Esco, hey, how you doing? Hope you're having a lovely week. Can't reach this. Not like that second part is unknown. Seeing what mod I made for Sphinx. That's very true. Although to be fair, you know, nothing's stopping you anyway, I guess. Trains are a lot more expensive. That is also true. Especially kind of now. I feel like I don't know right now whether train prices have gone up, but I feel like they have with the gas price increase. We just like no, we can't get up there. Oh no, you got to get a replacement bus this weekend. Where are you off to, if you don't mind me asking? Yeah, I hate replacement bus services. And also, when you do need to get one, the people working at the train station often don't seem to know about it, or like they don't know what's going on. So like, yeah, I'm going this way, and there's a replacement bus service, and they're just like, thanks, you're really helpful. I'll find it myself then. No hide. No, I disabled hiding just because I feel like it's a lot simpler with just the directional controls and what's the other one? Charge. Oh, and use as well. You're off to Liverpool. Oh, lovely. I've never been to Liverpool. I what is in Liverpool? Are there like any? I'm just showing my ignorance here. I don't really know much attractions in Liverpool. But I hope you have a lovely time nonetheless. Oh, Charlotte and I watched Joker last night. Have any of you seen Joker? The like recent one or fairly recent one. Saying that, it's actually been out for quite some time now, I think. It was really good though. It was very intense, but it was a really good film. I'm guessing most of the people here are Brits. Yes, mainly Brits, a couple of Germans. I think that's it. Brits or Germans. That's pretty much it. The only attractions I know are my friends. That's all you need, though, isn't it? All you need are your friends. Is it a long... Well, I take it as a fairly long journey then if you're getting the replacement bus service. That must be frustrating having all your friends living fairly... Well, having friends that live fairly far away. I know next year, pretty much all of my uni friends are no longer going to be nearby. Which means it's just going to be me and Charlotte, pretty much. Like, there will be a few people close by, but most people are moving away because they'll have finished uni. So I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm not gonna see you anymore. 4-hour train journey, and it's a replacement bus service. That's disgusting, and I really feel for you. I hope you've got something entertaining to do on the way there. A book or something, at least. My friends live very far, seeing that my closest friend lives 10 hours away. That's even worse. And, well, I suppose Australia is a lot bigger country. Even so, like 10 hours away? How did that happen? At least there are the joys of the internet, you know. Does make it... And I think the pandemic definitely helped with that, with, you know, staying in contact with people who are far away, who you don't see that often. But at the same time, it also made it feel more like you can't get away from anyone. The pain of living on a continent, just like surrounded by water. When you say living on a continent, do you mean like an island continent? I live in Melbourne and he lives in Sydney. Oh, so yes, rather far away then. I can't exactly remember like the relation between Melbourne and Sydney. Sydney's on the east coast, right? The minute you finish uni, you'll be friends. Your friends will be all over the place. Yeah, it's really a shame, but everyone's getting on with their lives. It is quite exciting at the same time, though, because once you finish uni, you know, you kind of can just go anywhere, which is very exciting because I think most people are just kind of limited to where they grew up and then where they went to uni. Or, you know, not everyone went to uni, but you know what I mean. And then once you finished, you can kind of just go anywhere you want, which is, yeah, it's exciting, but also kind of scary at the same time. Thank you for the lurk, Motley. My best friend lives in Australia, and it's just as sad. I suppose the distance, I mean, it matters, obviously, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know, like however far away they are, you can't see them in person that easily. But yeah, definitely another country is not not ideal. But you know, when you do end up going to see them, it does make it sort of, it feels that much more special, doesn't it? When you're like, oh, we can finally see each other and hang out for like a few days, and you make the most of the time then as well. But you know you're not going to see each other for a while after. Island continent, yes. Oh, they both are, both Melbourne and Sydney, and it's still a 10-hour drive. What? I must think Australia is smaller than it is in relation to the UK. I didn't mean to do that. Melbourne is on the east coast at the very south of the continent. Where am I going? Not counting the island of Tasmania. And Sydney is closer to the middle on the east. Right, okay. So kind of relative to the country, they're fairly close together. But it's still, I can't believe it's still like 10 hours. That's insane. Most of my friends are all over the world. Seeing most of my work is online, so I've made most of my friends here. Oh, I see. It is, again, it's nice that you can make friends all over the world, though, isn't it? So there are so many people that I would never have met if I just met people nearby. Indeed, you do. Our country is massive. I think it's because it is surrounded by water. It makes me go, oh yeah, like Australia is fairly small in comparison to other countries. Which I suppose, actually, I don't know sort of like what ranking it is. I'd say ranking, like what ranking it is in terms of size compared to other countries, compared to the other biggest countries in the world. I know, is it Canada that's the largest by landmass? And then Russia's there. And I think Brazil is also very close. Possibly. I have friends in Brisbane and Melbourne. If I ever visit, it's going to be a lot of traveling. But it's also the opportunity to explore Australia, which would be awesome. I do love going to another country. I definitely appreciate it more now that I'm older. I think when I was younger and went to different countries, I mean, it was great, you know, going to a different country and going on holiday. But I think I definitely appreciate it more now that I'm older. I don't know if you guys feel the same way. A lot of them are from the Sphinx community too. We're about the size of the US. Really? Is Australia really about the size of the US? No way. Really? Like, I appreciate when you see it on maps, there's usually a fair bit of kind of shape distortion. So maybe that's what's gone on. But at the same time, I'm like, really? I can't believe it's the same size as the US. I must really have it wrong in my head then. Melbourne and Brisbane is how they're said in an Australian accent. You know, I've been told before that my accent sounds, or that I sound Australian. It was over a voice call, but it was by somebody else who was British, which really confused me because I've never heard that before, and I've never heard it again. And I really don't think I sound anywhere near Australian. Or Brizzy B and Melby. I suppose it's the same as what nicknames do we have for cities in the UK? Doesn't like I suppose Birmingham you can call Brum or like Brummy. Use a projection map and it's fairly close in size. I'll have to have a look at that because for a very long time I thought Greenland was absolutely huge. And I mean obviously it's not. But looking at the map, it looks massive just because it's been distorted. I don't think we can do this section yet. I think we've got to come back here from what I remember. But I'm also not sure where we need to go. I'm trying to think. Might be able to go here and have a look. I get called American by other Australians. Do you think he sounds a little bit American or not? because I know a lot of people can pick up accents just by watching a lot of, a certain type of, or a certain uh, person on YouTube or certain shows or something. You can kind of pick up the accent. Where? I don't know where we're going. Let's go. Oh, we've got to go to a warp gate. Someone said you sound from New Zealand. I'm gonna sound really ignorant here, but is there much of a difference between the Australian accent and the New Zealand accent? I feel like there is, but I can't imagine it. Melby, I've never heard that ever, and you're from Australia. Wait, did you say you live in Melbourne and you've never heard Melby? Maybe it's just a a thing for people outside Melbourne. They call it Melby. I'm only taking the piss. All right. Just make up random names for for cities and see if people. I mean, clearly we were just like, yeah, that sounds right. See if people go, are you making that up? Yeah, I'm going to El Pool this weekend. Landan. Although Landan is actually fairly accurate. Ah, that comes out here. Okay. Still confused as to where we need to go. It's because the Northern Hemisphere is the center of how world maps are projected. I didn't know that. Although it makes sense. I suppose it's like unwrapping a globe, isn't it? Which is why it kind of gets distorted. I had to censor myself over the years hanging out on Discord with Americans, so I did pick it up a little. I think you just tend to, even if you uh, go on holiday for a long time somewhere, you can sometimes pick up the accent, especially if it's a very distinctive accent as well. I feel like it's easier to pick up. Also, had to stop swearing as much. Really, they say six as sex and fish and chips as fish and chaps. Oh, you do live in Melbourne, in Melby. Live in Melby. New Zealand is. I'm assuming you mean worse than Australia. I think New Zealand looks lovely. I would definitely like to go to New Zealand at some point. It's like the UK, but almost nicer. I annoy my friends all the time that live in Melbourne and Brisbane by calling the city stupid names. I love that. Yeah, haven't you heard? It's Melby now. They've changed the name. That's great. Oh, hang on. Ooh, more Scooby snacks. It's like unwrapping a globe. Yeah, I I've probably seen like a non-distorted version of the world map before, but I can't picture it in my head because you only see the distorted one. Then the Aussies take the piss out of me saying water, so it's all fair game. Yeah, everyone everyone exaggerates how the English say things. It's always like, "Oh, do you want some water with that cup of tea, mate?" Yes, that is exactly how we talk. I think it's funny. I think it's funny because In some ways, it is very accurate. Oh, actually, I know where we can go. Did I go past it? No, we're not there yet. Haven't gone far enough. I will fight you for calling it Melby. Fight, fight, fight. Let's go. I literally say water. I have no T's in my accent. The letter T is not in my alphabet. There are 25 letters. Sorry, 25 letters. That's it. I used to be very like annoyed that people didn't say their T's, and now I'm like, it doesn't matter. it doesn't matter how people say things, as long as you can understand someone. You know, who cares how people say things or whether their grammar's correct or they spell something wrong, unless it's an important document or something. Or even then, it's like, as long as people understand something and it sounds fine, it really doesn't matter. I said internet and was never allowed to forget it. Internet. You know the internet. Oh, that reminds me of Charlotte and I are still watching. We're going through the IT Crowd episodes, and there's one we watched recently where they give Jen like just this box with a flashing light on, and they're like, "This is the internet. You mustn't drop it. The elders of the internet have graciously lended us this. If if you drop it, the whole world will go into chaos." It was such a good episode. And there are also so many references or like phrases that I've heard in the show and gone, "Oh, that's where that's from." Same with Joker, actually. There are so many Joker references on the internet that I've never got before. But now, having finally watched the film, I'm like, oh, I understand now. I don't know where we're going. Where is the closest warp gate? All the way back there. My wife once messed up saying incense. Think insist, but with an E instead of an I. Incest? Oh. Yeah, that's not a fantastic one to mess up for sure. It is funny though. Like, it doesn't matter that when people say a word wrong, but when they say it wrong in a funny way, it's the best thing ever. And it's great to not let them forget it either. It just becomes like a internal meme between friends. I think that's like a really important piece of friendship, is having those like memes that you share between you. Like shared jokes. Bobba, hello dude, how you doing? It's been a while. How's everything going? Oh, I know where we are. Okay. Oh, hang on, no, we still can't. Oh, we need the umbrella for that. Where do we go? Let's have a look at the map. Oh, I don't think we can do this section yet. It must be the maze section we've got to go back to. Yeah, I reckon it's the maze section we've got to go to. Going good. The reason I was able to join today is because SATs are happening at my school, and I don't have to take them, so no school today. Excellent. That must be a nice relief. How's school going? Everything all right? Ooh, warp gate over there. Well, actually, you know what? We'll hit it with a save. Literally, all of my in-jokes with my friends revolve around Sphinx in some manner, usually. Mainly because that's a subject I talk about a lot because most of my projects revolve around it. I think that's just what happens, though, isn't it? You know, the more you think about something, the more you're going to talk about it. It's great, though, that you've got really good friends who share your interests. It does make it a lot nicer when your friends kind of understand what you're talking about and you can share jokes about, you can share jokes about what you enjoy. Still all A's, surprisingly. Awesome. That's really good to hear, dude. Nice one. Absolutely smashing it. So do you you don't have SATs, but do you have any sort of exams this year? Right now, I'm making an animated meme involving Sphinx stuff. You'll have to show me that when you're done. I'm all for it. Absolutely. Can't actually. Oh, we can go that way. That just takes us back to the hill, doesn't it? I know where we're going. Yeah, I remember now. Nope, no exams. Oh, lovely. Oh, I wish I could say the same. But no exams, and you're all getting all A's. That's perfect. Sounds really good. Even though every year I've gotten one, if any A's, usually C's, D's. My senior year is going way better. That's a really good thing to hear. Just shows you've improved a lot. Yeah, like school is definitely a stressful time, but as long as you do kind of a good effort in school, it's not going to mess your life up. If you do worse than you would have liked, like yeah, you may not get exactly the uni course or the apprenticeship that you were hoping for, but it's not gonna, it's never gonna screw your life over. But I don't know, school's a tough one because I feel like people in school, kids in school get pressured far too much and end up with all sorts of, stress and anxiety, and it's just not worth it at that age. You should be enjoying your life as a non-adult at that point. You still got to work hard for sure, but there's no need to stress as much as schools make you think you need to. If improved means having two classes that give homework and driver's ed, which is just driving and doing a quiz, with notes every Wednesday, not including today. Look, if the grades have gone up, the grades have gone up. that's kind of all you've got to worry about. But no, I'm really happy for you, dude. That's great. It's really good to hear. School, in the end, ended up doing nothing really for me, and I've actually found more success going down the career path I wanted to by just being obsessed with Sphinx stuff. Exactly. There's so much material online now that if you're motivated enough, you can pretty much learn anything. And sure, some stuff is going to be just naturally more difficult for you to learn. But I think if you are interested in something, that is definitely what I say. Definitely, that is always going to be a good kind of career path to go down. I feel because if you are like really interested in it, you're going to put so much more effort in than into something that you're not interested in, and you're likely going to be better at it too. 7 classes and only 2 of them give homework, which I finish in class anyway. That's the way to do it. That's definitely the way to do it. If you got time, just finish your homework in class, or at least start it. Get a start on it, and you feel. Oh, I don't know how we made that. Oh, that was pointless. Yeah, get a start on it, and it just saves so much time doing it at home. And when you've started it as well, it's easier to motivate yourself to finish it, I find. Thanks for being obsessed with it. I'm doing volunteer work with THQ Nordic. I didn't know that. And that will help me with connections in future when I do want to fully enter the gaming industry. Absolutely. Like, I feel like that's another thing which isn't expressed very well in school is actually, well, I don't know, maybe I just wasn't paying attention, but actually making connections and networking is incredibly important. Oh, hang on, wait, I think we've got to wait for we've got to wait for the platform. It's incredibly important. And I think often it's not really stated enough quite how important it is. It's the same with anything. If you want to be seen and do kind of not necessarily do well in life, but get a good career and I suppose make money as well, you've really got to learn how to both advertise yourself. I think like that is the whole thing is advertising, right? Because you've got to I don't know how to put this, but if people don't know that you're good at something, then it doesn't matter how good at something you are. People won't care. And it's the same with advertising a product. If people, even if your product is the best in the world, if people don't know about it or it looks like it's not good, it's not going to sell very well. So I feel like advertising is far more important than you learn it to be. I did do the schooling still, but I learnt more on my own than I did at school. I suppose that may also be because school can't accommodate for every career path. So they just teach you the basics and like a little extras, and then I suppose really what you've got to do in school is learn how to learn. I think that's the best thing. Learn how to learn something or teach yourself how to do something. Modding stuff for Sphinx and just messing with models and stuff has really taught me a lot about 3D modeling and textures. Exactly. The more you do something, the more you learn about it, especially if you're interested in it. And it also skips a lot of the kind of useless stuff that you're never going to use. Like, there's so much I've learned at uni that I'm never going to use again. Whereas doing individual projects, you teach yourself the stuff that you need to know. There's no like information bloat, I suppose, where you're just like picking up useless information. Same with trying to port stuff over from Sphinx to VR chat. I didn't know you were doing that. Oh, actually, no. I may have seen something about that in the Sphinx Discord. I'm not sure if you know, but the Sphinx server did start off as just a fan server, and because of the attention it got, it ended up being adopted as an official server by THQ Nordic, which later led me on to getting connections. So were you the one who started the server? Or can we make that? Oh, just about. Talking about advertisement, I actually did schooling for that too. Oh, did you? Oh, that's cool. I think I would have liked to learn a bit about it, a bit more like in school or something. Oh, under your graphic design stuff. That does make sense because graphic design goes hand in hand with advertisement. To me, it seems like you got everything planned out, which is more than me. I do not. It's looking at other people. It almost always seems like they have everything planned out, and you don't. It's often not the case. People's lives are a lot more chaotic than they appear to be when you don't know them that well. Like I've definitely got everything a lot more planned out than other people. I've kind of got a good idea of what I want to do for a job, and that's basically it, really. I'm the founder and original owner. I didn't know that, but I'm glad you made it for sure. I mean, yes, is that is that to people's lives being very chaotic? Yeah, I definitely feel that. My last message was to Love Duff. Oh no, fair enough. What the? We. Oh, here it is. It's fine. I never even planned for this stuff at all. I suppose that's the thing, though. Is most most life changing things, you don't actually plan for. You just do something, and something great comes of it, and you're like, wow, all that effort I was putting into actually making something great happen, and then I just do this one thing, and it's like, oh, I didn't mean for that to happen, but it happened. Excellent. I never planned any of this, as said. It just sort of happened as things naturally progressed. Exactly. And I think that's the way it's got to happen, really, because if you I think if you try and force something to happen, it is less likely to happen. Whereas if you do something out of interest, there's a much higher chance that it goes well. That it's more genuine, I suppose. Do we want to go down there? Whoa! Wow! Wow! Bears, hello. How's how goes Elden Ring? I saw you defeated that that boss, and another one that you were stuck on. Oh, how is this? Yeah, that's not running. Oh, did I miss your hydrate? Bother. I will absolutely have a hydrate. Thank you for that. I do need it. I've been talking so much. My voice is going a little hoarse. Yeah, Bubba. I suppose that's the best way to learn things is just find something that you're interested in. Like, I know you're interested in all the robotics side of things. Just, I don't know, just like watch videos on it, and anything you find interesting, just look it up. If you're super interested in it, try, if you can, doing stuff yourself. I think doing stuff yourself and kind of copying what other people have done to start with, and then applying what you've learned from that to doing something you're interested in or like you want to try doing is almost definitely one of the best ways to learn. Trial and error is unfortunately very successful. Yeah, exactly, Love Dove. You just your love of Sphinx just translated really well into making a community and networking, and it worked really well. And it also brought together everyone else who was a fan of Sphinx. I've defeated a few bosses, not sure which ones you mean. It was the one you were stuck on for like 2 streams. Today, killed 3 optional ones to get some important items for later. Ooh, very nice. I haven't played Elden Ring for a while. I've been more focusing on, well, 1, dissertation work, and 2, I've been really enjoying editing YouTube videos recently. So I've been more focusing on that rather than actually playing games um, outside of streaming and uni work. That's my issue. I don't really know. I'm already accepted to tech school. Still gotta figure out what I'm gonna. I should really get to the end of this and then read what you're saying. That's my issue. I don't really know, but I'm already accepted to a tech school. Still got to figure out what I'm going to study. Got interested by presenters, went around the school, got accepted, and then my brain goes, "So what do you want to learn?" This is still a good start, though. If you find that you're interested in something, then it shows that you do have the interest in it, and that it's probably worth looking into. You're not gonna know exactly what you want to do straight away. He was the absolute worst. At least you got past it, though. You finally got past it. Oh, I think that's just for the way back. We might just leave that. We don't need to go that way yet. I got to leave to drive to the parents now, but have a good rest of the stream. Thank you very much, TheAbysmalKraken. I hope you have a very safe drive to your parents. It's lovely to talk to you, as usual. Also, could we get a shout-out for TheAbysmalKraken, please? If you haven't seen her streams, I really recommend her. Really lovely. Horror games, Animal Crossing, that sort. And a shout-out for Bears, of course. Thank you, Nico. Or Daniel as well. Hello. Have you and Nico been playing Fortnite again? Also, I feel like I may have missed somebody's message. Let me just have a look. It doesn't even need to be about study stuff either. Sometimes your true calling is something you never even realize could be a job path. Exactly. And sometimes when you're looking for jobs, or when you're younger and going, I don't know what I want to do with my life, sometimes the job that you will end up in just isn't a job yet. Sometimes it takes a while for it to actually become a career path, especially in technology as well. Robotics and that sort. There are still lots of different jobs being invented. They're like, oh, we need this sort of person, but there isn't a job for that. Which is why I think it's also really good to be sort of a jack of all trades, multi-dimensional, and have different skills in different areas rather than to specialize too heavily. Or we almost made that. So if you specialize too heavily and then suddenly the job that you're in goes, yeah, you're being replaced by robots. Good luck finding a new job. All your specialist skills are no longer needed. That would be awful. So you always want to spread out your skills a little. For me, I wanted to be an Egyptologist, but being Australian and not exactly rich, I never got the chance. What would what being an Egyptologist involve? I'm assuming going to Egypt for one. I ended up realizing I was pretty creative and tried to go down design-related things, but that didn't fully work out either. Turned out my truly calling was building communities, and I mean, you're incredibly good at it, so I think you've done a great job there. But yeah, like even if you still wanted to go into something like Egyptology, there's always still time if you wanted to try it out later in life if you get the opportunity. I'm thinking I'm going to try working with laser cutters. That's the thing I remember most about the tech college. I do enjoy a good laser cutter. It's a lot of fun. And I can imagine a career in. I suppose I don't know if there would be a career just doing laser cutting, but I can imagine whatever it would be that involves it definitely pay quite well as well. Oh, you're playing Destiny 2 right now. How's it going? When I was younger, I wanted to be a paleontologist. Did you guys see, speaking of paleontology, did you guys see the dinosaur fossil that was recently unearthed, or dug up, I suppose, that was supposedly from pretty much or around the day the meteor supposedly wiped out the dinosaurs? I think there's a David Attenborough show coming out about it at some point. But that seemed really cool. I really want to give that a watch at some point. I intermixed my hobbies into that when it came to modding and side projects relating to the community. But so far, the career path I'm going down has to do with community management related stuff. Maybe in the future, I'll become a real game designer, but for now, I'm happy where I'm going so far. Exactly. As long as you're happy, that's, as I said, that's kind of the main thing, right? Happy and enough money to survive on. And then, yeah, if you want to change your mind later, then there's usually time for it. I would like a career in game programming, but which is what I'm basically looking for at the moment. But anything in software engineering, software development, I'm gonna pretty much be happy to take at this point. I agree with the jack of all trades thing. My hobbies range is all in the creative side of things: art, 3D design, animation, music, story writing. I think. Do you find? I feel like most people here will find that they are either more creatively or more, I suppose, mathematically inclined. You usually lean towards either a creative career or a more, what do you call it, like a technical? I don't know, like how you describe uh, the opposite to creative. Logical? I don't know. But speaking of Sphinx mods, though, I I really hope that at some point it's possible to kind of mod the game a little more, because it would be cool to like make a randomizer for the game, or like I've seen Small Ant do these Pokemon races where all of the loading zones are randomized. And probably wouldn't work that well in Sphinx, but stuff like that I'd really like to at least try out and make something fun of. I never knew of that. Now I got to find this. Yeah, if you're interested in paleontology, I definitely recommend it. I think you'd find it really interesting. That sounds cool as hell. I don't know what you're referring to, Bears, but whatever it is, I will probably agree. Programming breaks my brain. I hate. Oh, this is. Oh, what have I done? I hate this section. I hate mathematics stuff and cannot wrap my brain around it most times. Yeah. So you're definitely more creatively inclined, and I think it seems strange because I know my mum is the same. Just doesn't like maths, but very creative and artistic. Charlotte's the same. Like fantastically creative, really good at all the artsy side, and hates maths. Whereas I'm not particularly good creatively, but maths, physics, well, physics is maybe a little different, but maths, logic, I absolutely love. So I feel like a lot of people are inclined more one way or the other. I want to pick up all these snacks because I'm picky. I I've got to focus on this bit. I'm gonna try and keep up with chat at the same time. And I've got to wait on this one. I like the technical stuff, but I also don't like maths. Oh, that's painful. I also don't like maths, and those two things go hand in hand. Unfortunately, yes. Unfortunately, the maths gets rather difficult in stuff like robotics. But I think maths just takes a bit of practice. It can be definitely difficult to wrap your head around, but once you understand the concept, you usually don't forget it. I think that's the main difficulty, is actually understanding some of the concepts in the first place. Or Sphinx mods that make that's something. Wait, yes, or Sphinx mods. That's something I've been pushing for. I want to make a mod that makes proper model swap outs. How do you mean by proper model swap outs? I'm not really sure what the state of Sphinx modding is at the moment. I know you can switch models, but I'm not really sure of the state of it at the moment. Trying to think what you could do, what you could randomize in Sphinx. Not sure if there's really enough loading zones or items. Yeah, that's the problem. Is it's a very linear game, but but maybe there's a chance, and also with some little speed run trickery. I think, oh, we don't need this. Oh, with some speedrun trickery, it could be sort of more possible. But obviously, not everyone knows the speedrun glitches, so it would kind of be more accessible to, or only sort of like only accessible really to people who knew those. I both love and hate maths simultaneously. What do you love about maths, Bears? Oh wait, didn't you do a degree in maths? That's disgusting, but fair play to you for actually doing that. I could never. That's just like, I'm fine with maths, but that's too much maths for me. Games are beautiful in a way because it's the perfect marriage of both creative and technical thinking. That's very true. It is one of those things where you've got to really have both aspects in a good combination for it to do well. You know what? Let me get through. Let me get through this section. Let's say I wanted to replace Sphinx with Horus properly, where Horus can have the entire moveset of Sphinx. That cannot be done at the moment. Switer is working. Switer is the only one working on the mod tools, as that is his brainchild. Ah, I see. Okay. So at the moment, you could replace Sphinx with Horus, but it would still have all of Horus's animations. I did agree. Hang on. I saw the be right back to get pizza. Oh, we made it. That was so close. Okay, we've got the Super Smash. No. Just get me through the gate. I'm not trying that. I wonder what pizza you're having today, Bears. Agreed, cracking too much maths. A degree in maths is too much. Far too much. Can we not go back through here? We can't. Okay. Bobba is banned. Bobba has banned going left for 5 minutes. I don't know how we're going to enforce this, but I'll try my best. Yes, and it wouldn't function as a playable character at all. Right, okay. But it would be cool for that to be able to be implemented. Oh, why? We need that key. Yeah, if Switing can get that working, that would be so cool. For sure. I'd really, really enjoy seeing that. Okay. Now, this is a bit of a problem. I can't go left, but you guys can. There's nothing stopping you guys moving me left. When chat control is enabled. At most, you'd only be able to move around, but things like jumping and interacting with objects is out of the question. So, like, would it work, but it just wouldn't have animations? It's a right section, so I thought it would be fun to see how it goes. It's not a very long one. It's fine though. We'll get around this. Okay, semi left. Yeah, let's go. we get some lefts in chat. Oh, actually, I can charge. There's nothing stopping me doing that. It would not be able to actually function properly function, so you wouldn't be able to play through the game. Oh, right. I didn't realize the model would be so tightly tied to that, to be honest. Why can't you do things? Bobber has banned us going left, or banned me from using left so, for another 3 minutes. Also, Bears, what pizza did you get? Out of curiosity. Uh-oh. Can I... You know what? Solution. Easy. Just go back to the start again. Oh, no, don't send me off. I found a solution. We're still going right. Just need to wait for the key. Oh, I missed it. No, I'm just gonna... I didn't go left, I swear. It's because it's not actually the model that's the problem. Oh, yeah, the margarita pizza. Plain, but I'll take it. It's nice. Replacing the character at the moment is little more than renaming one EDB to another EDB. EDB is the file type for Sphinx files, something or other. Right. Okay. It's not actually a proper mod. Okay, I understand now. So it's not actually like programmed in. I'm still surprised it wouldn't actually. Oh, is it? I take it it's because the Sphinx control. I'm still confused why it wouldn't actually function though. But that's probably just because I don't know enough about the files. All you can blame is your stream. I got 1,000 points and it showed me the option. Very true. I always forget about that that option. It's completely my fault. Game file system. Right, yes. It's because the tools are still far behind. Yeah, it's a shame that it's such an old game and the dev tools are awkward to work with for those who aren't the original developers. I can't remember what these buttons do. Oh, hang on. Oh no, 5 minutes. Sorry, Nico. I don't know why the jump scares haven't really been working. It seems, I don't know. It seems to work best when I'm very focused, and right now focus is not happening. Oh, we just pushed that off. So it's because it's not the unpacked file being worked on, it's an already packed file. Oh, right. Okay, so it's yeah, it's stuff that's already been compiled. Yeah, that's definitely a problem. If I think if you could unpack all the code and work on all of that, then it would be fine. But I'm guessing only Switer has access to that. Is what the problem is. At some point, I could explain further how it works with videos of what I mean. Yeah, sure, I'd be down for that. I have looked on the technical section of the wiki before, but I didn't spend enough time on it to completely understand what was going on. Oh, have we got a? How does this work? I'll take it. Um, at the moment, the tools don't allow for actual bone edits. This is where animation stuff comes in. Right. Okay. I'm gonna nod and say yes. I'm definitely out of my depth here. I'm just gonna nod and say yes. In theory, we need to be able to export and oh, export and bring in animating entities with bones via things like Blender, but such a plugin does not fully exist yet. Oh, Swise has been working on that. I see. Okay. Well, hopefully at some point that will be possible. It is great to know that Sphinx is still being worked on, though. You know, it's still being updated and made more kind of mod accessible. Princess, hello. How are you doing? Good to see you. I will have a hydrate, thank you. How are you? I'm doing well. I'm doing really well, thank you. How are you doing? Has been a while. Hit a content burnout. It happens, you know. I definitely understand that. Sometimes you're just like, yeah, I'm done for a bit, but just give it a break. Can come back stronger. Um, but yeah, I hope you're doing well and you get over the content burnout. Gotta go, Kraken. I hope the rest of the stream goes well. Sorry again. No need to apologize, dude. It's been lovely having you here. And yeah, I will catch you again soon. I hope you have a great rest of your day. That button we need to hit? I can't remember. Yeah. Things kind of went crazy. How do you mean? Once we do get such power, watch as the mods come pouring in. Yeah, I can't wait. I'd love to see what people make. I myself have had a mod plan for years for the game. Is it a secret? Or is there something you can tell us about it? Oh, I might just go through here for the moment to see what's in here. It's just been me waiting for the tools. I think because there isn't something already available, and people are just, you know, it's an old game, and people are just like, they're kind of there for the nostalgia. I don't think there are many people super interested in getting mods and stuff for it. But if it already existed, I reckon loads of people would be, you know, downloading and using them for sure. It's not a secret. I've posted about my plans before. Is it the uh, oh, I'm just going to embarrass myself because I forget the name of your character. Is it Alex? Alexa? It's something like that, right? I'm sorry. I can't remember it. Alexa, I was right. Second time lucky. And the Sands of Sothis. Yes, I do remember about that. So when we finally do get mods, that'll definitely be one that I download and play through. Also, if you need any programming help, I'd be happy to give you a hand. I wanted to continue making the content, but then the SMP I'm part of hit a snag. because a certain item kept crashing majority of people, so it got shut down. Was that a modded SMP? I'm assuming. Yeah, that's always a pain. It does suck that when you're getting really good content out of something and it just closes or crashes or whatever, and it's out of your control. That's frustrating. But I suppose in some way, you had the fun with it and you got content out of it. So sometimes it's just time to find something different. Or maybe you could set it up yourself or fix it. I don't know. Obviously, I don't know a whole lot about it, but I'm sure there's usually some way around things like that. Then everything kind of went crazy with real life, so everything is kind of on hold. Sometimes you just got to put things on hold, but that is the way of life. I have been considering postponing a few streams just to get my more work on my dissertation done, but at the same time, I love streaming for streaming is my hobby, and even if I've got my dissertation to do, you still got to keep up with your hobbies for the most part. It will, for the most part, be the same game, but in future, I do want to expand into more stuff like day-night cycles. That would be really cool. I'd love that. Outfit changes, some new areas. Yes, all of that stuff I would love to see in the game. That would be really cool. Just anything different, really. I'm not sure we were meant to be up here. What? I'm really not sure we're meant to be up here. I really don't think we're meant to be up here, but I mean, I'll take it, I guess. I think I'll ask Switer if there are more infinite jump spots. Yes. I've never managed to get that to work. If there are, that's the only thing we're missing from speedrunning the game is a way to gain height. So even if it only works in one spot, we could make use of it somehow. There may be some way. Nico, thank you for the stretch. I need that. Oh. Instead, I made a temp channel where I test various features, tools, and things I have at my disposal. No, that's always good. I do the same thing when I'm trying out content ideas. It's just I do spend a lot of time testing ideas to see if they all work. Stuff like this, which I see you've asked about the chat control thing. So every 2 minutes, chat control gets turned on, and you can use the commands on screen to mess with my controls like that. Yeah. People seem to have remembered it's on. I've been getting away with it for this long, and now people have remembered about it again. Yeah, so you get a minute of chat control, and then it turns off again for another 2 minutes. Oh, sorry, I'm missing chat messages here. Making editing videos is kind of my hobby. Yeah, see, I completely understand that because it's part of my hobby as well. It's a very enjoyable hobby. You got to keep up with your hobbies because it's good for your mental health. Only mod I need is letting the prince wear the pink outfit. Yes, we need that mod. The main idea is that time has been repeated as set turn back time, but he captures Sphinx and Tut. And because of this, the universe is tearing apart. So it tries to replace certain things. Alexa replaces Sphinx and Nefertiti replaces Tut. Characters will interact differently to them compared to Sphinx. There'll be new and different cutscenes, and its own story that has the same events happen from the base game. That sounds like a lot of fun. It sounds... I mean, it's basically just Sphinx again, but not Sphinx. Which is a different way to play the game, and I think that's great. The more replayability you can get out of the game, the better. Also, I think I'm going the wrong way. Through here? There will also be a switch up to monster spawns. Yes, I'd like that as well. That is one thing I'd like, is the ability to kind of just change up where the monsters spawn, or like have them kind of semi-randomized. So far, it's gone well. I'm glad to hear that. I'm really glad to hear that. Some areas will change in look as well, like Heliopolis will gain some trees, and there will be a player home added. What would the player home be for? Would that be for like changing outfits? Oh, we need the umbrella for this section. You finished your pizza. Wow, that was quick. I usually take a long time to eat pizzas. I'm just a slow eater. I don't know why. I like to take my time with my food. No. Who was that? He's sending me off the edge. If everyone just typed down, I don't think I can stop myself from going off the edge. Oh, hey Nat. Sorry, I missed your message. They're going off the screen. I also kind of I also am kind of am clearing up and trying to buckle down on more projects I started, but never got back to outside of the idea phase. That's a big problem with ideas. I completely understand that. You have an idea of something and you never get around to actually making it. Yeah, I totally get that. But my problem is I don't go back and do them. Whereas you're doing the good thing and actually getting around to doing your ideas. I wish I could do that. I find it really difficult to go back to ideas once I've left them. There's always something new that I want to try. One thing with the monster spawns I want to do is make the game harder. I agree with that. So have harder monsters more often, more monsters in certain areas. That would be good also for a difficulty setting. So if you could have a difficulty setting with different monster spawns, as well as just like a general difficulty increase. Oh, and the house is for costume change. Cool. That sounds really good. I've actually modeled at home already, and I could share them with you on Discord at some point if you're interested. Yes, I'd love to see that. Thank you. Oh, we're getting near the second boss fight, I believe. I got a Lancer session to get ready for. Good luck. Thank you, Bears, and I hope it all goes well. Thank you for the lurk. I've shared them on the server before, but I know you probably haven't seen them. Yeah, to be honest, I miss a lot on that server. I'm a lurker on that server. I will often I'll view the posts and then forget about them, which isn't great, but it's just what happens. My memory has been really bad recently. I don't know what it is. Maybe it is just uni work. But my memory has been pretty awful recently. Thanks, Nico. Thanks for that. Thank you. Really appreciate that. Oh, don't tell me we've got to push all those pillars again. We do. um. So how do we get Shaggy back across? Wait, where's the key? Oh, do we hit the switch again? Oh, that key. Oh, we just I'm stupid. Let's just go across here. Was the key here? Ah, here. Once day and night are implemented, I do want to make the home a place to change it from day to night and so on. Oh, so like you can sleep there. That's a good idea. I also want monster spawns. Oh, goodbye, Shaggy. I also want monster spawns to change depending on if it's day or night. That's also another great idea. I've never thought about that before. So, for example, during the day you have the cats in Heliopolis Desert, but at night you'd have the skeletons. That would be great. I'd love to see that in the game. The projects I currently have is a Pokemon historical fiction. Is that like a piece of writing? A renewable energy project. Kudzu paper project. I don't know what Kudzu paper project is. A visual novel. An analog horror, a candy store, and a ARG. I don't know what an ARG is either. But that is a big variety of projects. Sounds really good though. I wouldn't be able to keep track of that many projects for sure. Isn't there a... I feel like there's a hidden wall behind... Yeah, behind one of these. Thought there was. The Pokemon historical fiction still needs its main story written. I still need to do research on both the renewable energy and Kudzu paper project. Figure out which platform for the visual novel. Make the script for the analog horror. Figure out the candy store and ARG. Sounds like you've got a lot of work to do, but also sounds like you've got you've got a lot to do. So at least you're not going to be struggling for or looking for things to do when you're bored or whatever. I do find that sometimes. Like, I think even if you do have lots of things to do, sometimes you're just like, I don't know what to do. I'm bored. don't know what I want to do. I thought there were Scooby snacks in this one. Anyway, Pokemon historical fiction is... Oh, there you are. Is a Pokemon fan game based on a thing of what if Pokemon existed in our world. That sounds really interesting. I'm sure there's probably a lot of stuff on that already, but it's always a really good topic to do on. I think Bears said in our Discord something about... Oh wait, no, was it Red? If one fictional universe, or if you could live in one fictional universe, what would it be? And I think Red said Pokemon. But having seen some of the descriptions of certain Pokemon, I'm like, there are very, like, some Pokemon do very horrible things. It would be quite cool though. The Kudzu paper project is using kudzu as a tree replacement. Since it's a very quick growing plant. Oh, so you use... I don't know what kudzu is, but you use that instead of normal trees for getting paper. I mean, if that's like a sustainable replacement, that could be incredible. Really help with things like deforestation. Visual novel is based on headwear. I'm trying to tackle down one project at a time. I think that is a good idea. Don't want to do them all at once. Although, maybe, like 2 on the go at once, because all the time with projects, you're going to have times where you're like, I don't know what I'm doing with this. I need a break from it. And then you can do a different project instead. The Analog Horror is a 24/7 video idea for a side channel based on a news channel. On like horror stuff. A side channel based on a news channel. So would it be like news for like horror stories, or would it be like fictional horror stories? I have the mod stuff on the back burner, but I also have multiple animation projects going on at the moment. Doing reference sheets, my fanfiction stuff. I'm sorry, I'm just laughing at how difficult it is reading and playing the game at the same time. Doing reference sheets for my fanfiction stuff, writing a fanfiction, and planning out for the audio-visual reading series for YouTube of that fiction. That's a lot. I suppose the writing the fanfic. Well, actually, I don't know. Would the animation for the fanfiction be? That would probably take the longest, right? I give Kraken control is too strong. Can't beat me. It's just like, you know, a bit of wind, bit of disturbance in the movement. This is where it's going to be tough, to be fair. I don't think I need to state what game world I would want to live in. I wonder. I can't possibly imagine. Yeah, Sphinx would be quite cool. Also, Love, have you watched Moon Knight, the new Marvel series? Or, you know, the start of it? Because that is semi-based on Egyptian mythology, I believe. Right, I need to remember how to actually do this fight. It's usually it just... Oh, there we go. No! No! Grab him. This one. Daphne, over here. Come on, over here, over here. Oh, missed it. Uh-oh. I really can't remember how to do this this fight. Come to the middle again. Then no health packs here either. Oh. Come to the middle. I think we got it. I remember that being more difficult. Analog horror is where reality meets horror. Have you seen Local 58, the YouTube channel? I have not, no. When you say reality meets horror, do you mean like reality meets fictional horror, or like horrible things that have happened in real life? The series isn't going to be animated, as it will just be stills, but still some visuals there. It still takes some time, though, to actually, you know, combine that into an animation. Oh, so I suppose in that case, the actually writing the fanfiction is going to take the most time. I've got video graphics to edit and add the sound effects. I've got a couple of friends who I've assigned vocal roles. That sounds really cool. That sounds like a really really fun project. The animations are just me making animations based on it. The animations are just me making animations based on it just for fun. Right, gotcha. Okay, all paired with music too. Like the ones you showed me a while ago. Ah, got it. I haven't yet. I do need to check it out though. I don't think it's super focused on Egyptian mythology, but I know it's got Khonsu in it, who is god of the moon, and probably some others as well. But it is only 2 episodes in, so I don't know how focused on it is. I just thought it was interesting seeing something actually use or actually involve Egyptian mythology for once. A lot of things don't seem to use it. Oh, we've got the umbrella. So far, my friends are the news channel people, while I got to make fake movies and TV shows. Oh, I see. So you make the fake movies and TV shows, and then they report the news on it. That sounds like a lot of fun. Think ARG, also both real and fiction horror. Okay, I've got you. No, that sounds like a really fun project. Definitely let me know when you've done that, and I'd be happy to have a look. So now we've got the umbrella. We can float. It's time. It's basically 8 o'clock already. I can't believe how quickly that's gone. But I suppose that's a good place to finish up. Also, I love this music. I told you, the music in this game is incredible. We can switch that off now. It's a long one at that. Each chapter is about the length of a book each. What? Each chapter is about the length of a book each. What sort of book are we talking about? Are we talking about like Sherlock Holmes or Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix? That's a long fan fiction. At this point, I'm going to end up just calling them books instead of chapters. Yes, that might be a good idea. I'll be releasing them chapter by chapter online. Are they going to be free, or are you gonna? They're going to be paid. Like I suppose it's a hobby, but I suppose you'd want to have some sort of payback for it. The first chapter takes place with Sphinx and Alexa as children, and we get to see where they came from and how they were in their younger years. I'm very much looking forward to when you finish that. I'll definitely give it a read. But I did switch that off. I'm going to check I've saved. I'm pretty sure I have, but I'm one of those people who will save 2 or 3 times just to make sure. I also am constantly pressing Control S when writing anything on Word. Right, let's oh, lovely. Basically, I assigned each one to a specific time section of the news. It's going to wind up coming in November this or next year. Oh, wow. So quite a long project then. But I suppose it does have a lot of work that's going into it. That's awesome. Darn it, I was going to do downcharge. Oh, no. Almost. You almost got me there. That would have absolutely sent me off the edge. Yeah, I think you guys definitely managed to kill me a few times during that. We're talking at what looks to be around 200 pages per chapter. Wow. So you could probably split that up into like, I don't know, 10 to 15 chapters of chapters. Free, yes. I do sell merch though, and we'll be selling merch for it as well. It's a good idea. I do have a set of t-shirts celebrating Alexa's 15 years of existence. I can't believe it's been 15 years. That's insane. Seeing I created the character when I was 8. That's what you call a long-term project. Few suggestions for the Sphinx bingo board. I'd love to hear them, Daniel. And meanwhile, I will have a look who is streaming. Who have we got to raid? I'll be back on Friday. We'll be finishing off Scooby Doo on Friday, hopefully. I should be able to finish it off then. And then I still need to decide what we're doing on Sunday. I don't know yet. I'll see if we can do a community game. If not, we might start Skyrim on Sunday. And also, there'll be no stream next Wednesday because it's my birthday, so I'm going to take that off. It's been rebooted multiple times. I imagine it has over 15 years. Absolutely. I mean, even over 15 years, you change as a person, so all of your projects are going to change. No birthday stream. The birthday stream will be on Saturday, the 23rd of April. I'll make an announcement graphic about that fairly soon. But yeah, it's going to be like a 7-8 hour stream. So that'll be a lot of fun. I've got a lot of exciting stuff planned for that. Oh yeah, if that's all right, Daniel, just send them on Discord. Sweet, lovely. Thank you very much. Right, we've got quite a few people streaming. Just gonna have a look. Just gonna have a look. Bear with me for 1 second while I decide on a raid. Actually, I can put in the raid message. There you go. If you are subscribed, you can copy the first one. If you are not subscribed, you can copy the second one, and get ready to post it when we raid. I think, of course, we should send you all over to the Tweedy Gamers, who are currently playing Minecraft. Right, perfect. I will send you over to the Tweedies. Thank you ever so much for being here, everyone. I hope you've had a good time. It's been a very chatty stream. I've really enjoyed it. I hope you have too. And I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. And I will see you on Friday for some more Scooby Doo. I'll send you off the raid. Have fun. I will catch you later. Good night.